Good evening, everyone. Jonathan Van Eaton, final presentation for ARC402, Module 2, the tree. Tasked with coming up with ideas for a youth after-school program center or youth center. I started thinking about circles and, really shapes, what shapes I wanted to focus on or what I wanted to do. And I started thinking about circles because circles have dual meaning. They're inclusive, and yet they represent freedom. There's no straight path on a circle, so it's an inclusive design shape, but it's also you can look at it as freedom as well. And that's kind of the things I wanted to bring forward in my choice of the shapes that I was going to be mostly used with. You know, the downtown or the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix area, it has a lot of different things to draw inspiration from. South Mountain, you're right at the base of Camelback Mountain. The canal that's in the site. So you've got all these places, Papago Park, a zoo, and this park is centrally located within all that. And it's kind of a neat location. It's right in the middle of Arcadia neighborhood. And you've got golf, you've got, like I said, the downtown area, Scottsdale, and Camelback Mountain, lots of different things here in the Valley of the Sun. Here's a couple pictures of the site itself. You can see the canal. It's right along Indian School Road. You can see it's a sizable parking lot, and there's some tennis courts in there right now. So here we are with the circles. I wanted to, given the amount of square feet we had to work with, the canopy itself is 3 circles. Well, the base, the flooring is 3 circles fused together, and they're offset by, I think it's like between the 3 of them, I think it's the 60 degrees. Anyway, you can see the larger areas are circular in nature or rounded in nature. The cafe and the restrooms and the club, you'll see that as I progress through this, they change their shape into a more rounded or circular pattern. But storage and the smaller multi-use centers or buildings, to me, more rectangular shape is a better use of that space, especially with the storage. So that's why you can see these as more of a square shape. But the large auditorium, of course, I knew from the beginning I wanted to have that in a circular pattern. And then, of course, the rock climbing wall and the bikes in the locker area, it's infinite how you want to build that within this oval space here. So my initial layout, I wanted to have a football field. I wanted to have a space big enough to have a football field, not just for football, but I thought there'd be a lot of different venues that would use a bigger open space like that. But after I got talking and looking at it and thinking about it, that changed. The layout of the building itself didn't change, just the rotation of it within the site. So this is what its initial, my concept was. And here's some mass distribution, different views of, get an idea of the different sizes of the structures and what they'd be used for. Now here is a quick concept model, and this has the circles, the array lined up more along the lines that I settled on. The apex of the three circles is more lined up with the apex of the canal, and this just gives you an idea of the size of the structure within the site. And here's some more spacing. This is working out the spacing of the buildings and the shapes. As you can see, the cafe and the club and the restrooms have more of a rounded shape, and this worksheet helped me to. I worked out getting the buildings within the columns of the grid plan. Now there's no columns over the large. This is a large span of roof because that's the large multi-use center, but and that's a flat roof, and it's this will be able to be walked upon up on top as an observation deck or whatever. And I have two elevators as well to allow access to the top of the small multi-use squares, and also the pathway, the circulation pathway, and also there's the elevator that goes to the top of the multi-purpose center. We have my 3 steps of the build-up, and gives you a better sense of. You can see now the supports system that I'll be using for the roof, circular roof system, and then the final stage of the build-up. And you can see the circular panels on top of columns, and you can see they sit on these 4-pronged framework, and then between the circles there's a rigid kind of a cell shade object, and it's supported. It has its own framework as well. And then this is just the detail and what structure is what. You can see here I'm still playing with the shapes of the restrooms, the cafeteria, and the club. Here, these 3 section elevations are taken from each side, as you were, of the triangle. So you can see from each side what's going on inside there. You got I have ramps that go up to the walking structure, the walking path, and again you can see that the orientation of each building to the others. And of course, here's my final site plan. I've enjoyed this semester. It's been a very fast semester. I look forward to next year, and I hope I see everybody soon. Thanks a lot.